Sometimes it feels like I'm in a void. But that's why there's video games. The PlayStation Store is discontinuing its movie and TV servers. They actually announced this first bit of news a while ago to not too many people's surprise. What's new is they've now announced they're going to disable some users' access to shows and movies that they've purchased. Not rented, purchased. Sony say this is due to a licensing issue, but they may find paying customers are entitled to products that they've paid for, making this a legal issue. Not helping Sony's hypothetical case is that they said in a statement when they closed the store that even with the servers shutting down, users will still have access to all the content that they've paid for. It's worth noting that this announcement is currently only affecting users in Germany and Austria, but the outcome of this could determine Sony's customer entitlements across Greater Europe in the future. And if I had a modern PlayStation, I'd certainly be thinking twice about digital purchases from it after this. Did you know it's been almost an entire year since Todd Howard announced a new version of Skyrim? For those of you who may worry about Bethesda's health or how on earth you're going to date events without a Skyrim release to tie them to, fear not. As always, the modders are here to save the day. Skyrim Together Reborn is here, and it will allow you to re-experience the Elder Scrolls V with up to 7 other players. Only one of you will be able to talk to NPCs and start or end quests, but the rest of you are free to help complete objectives, slay monsters, or have a drink at the tavern. So remember, if you're ever feeling down at the state of the world, you can now immerse yourself in Tamriel with friends. I mean, that is, if you didn't already have the Elder Scrolls Online. Next year, back to you, Todd. Nintendo Switch fans have once again been disappointed by leaks. For the umpteenth time, leaks started circulating last week that a new Switch console was on the way, stirring gamers to believe that the mythical Switch Pro was finally on the way. However, the only official announcement at this time is that Splatoon 3 will launch at almost the same time as a Splatoon 3 skin version of the Switch OLED. It might be worth noting that further speculation is suggesting we might still have the announcement of a Switch Pro in September this year, but I've also heard a similar story to that almost every week for the last 2 years. A day may come when Nintendo fans will rejoice at the console that can actually run all Switch games at the advertised frame rate. But it is not this day. After 5 years of waiting, Ubisoft's Skull and Bones finally has a trailer. The pirating game that Ubisoft hopes will become a phenomenon has certainly taken its time making its way into our eyeballs, but then again, pirates weren't exactly known for their punctuality. The trailer certainly feels like the game was actually inspired by Assassin's Creed Black Flag, having all the same mechanics, but none of the assassins. I might be showing my age here, but at the time Black Flag launched to huge success, I remember Ubisoft announcing that with that success they would be making a pirate spin-off game that never actually eventuated, making me suspect this game is actually 9 years in the works. Whether it's 5 or 9 years, let's hope the gaming devs have taken advantage of updating technology over the development period. Time will tell. Whether or not you're excited for the game though, you do have to ask what is the cost, and I'm not just talking dollars and cents for when you put in your order. After tearing DLC content from paying gamers' hands, Ubisoft is now going one step further and taking away paid games entirely. Assassin's Creed Liberation, a single-player only game, which in recent months Ubisoft has been pushing a sale on without any warnings, will be made unplayable. The game requires an online connection only for the purposes of a proprietary anti-pirating check on Ubisoft's server side, servers which will be going offline the 1st of September this year. This is in addition to last week's announcement that gamers who paid for DLC content will no longer be able to access it as Ubisoft will be shutting down old servers, and those DLCs have a similar proprietary server-side check whenever they're accessed. Gamers have not taken this news well, and nor do I think they should. Many forum posts are calling for a total boycott on all Ubisoft games, and a number of others are saying they will simply pirate all Ubisoft titles in the future as they don't want to spend money on games that will just be taken away, especially single-player games that should never have required an online connection in the first place. So, will you be joining the boycott or hoisting the colours against Ubisoft? Or perhaps you think Ubisoft are well within their rights? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. In the short time between writing this script and getting this video published, Ubisoft have announced that Assassin's Creed Liberation will remain available to players who have already purchased it. How this will happen and what's going to be involved is yet to be seen, and of course we've yet to see if they stay true to their word. However, I wanted to include this update as technically it's an update before the video went live. If you're looking for an update, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I'll be sure to deliver one as soon as I read about it. Or maybe you're just here to see what free games you can get a hold of this week. If that's the case, welcome! Let's get into it. Prime Day is officially here, and if you have a Prime membership, there is a Prime load of free games for you to pick up. My personal recommendation is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, current holder of my favorite game of all time award. Review coming soon, by the way. Head over to my channel and check out the other reviews in the meantime. And yes, That's a plug. The Epic Games Store is giving away Ancient Enemy and Killing Floor 2, while Steam is giving away Capcom Arcade Stadium Street Fighter 2 and Minion Masters Kaboom. That's all for this week though. If you enjoyed that or learned anything new, please consider hitting that like button, it really helps out the channel. And if you're looking forward for more nuggets of gaming information, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any.